Boyz II Men came out, but I'm talking about like Tony. I'm talking about fucking, you know what I mean?
Going in.
Who else? Babyface.
Babyface, I see. He's another
Joe.
one, man. Like, let's not go there.
Yo, I wanted to hate on Joe for a while, but to be totally honest, yo, when you played that song in the club, and it's the last girl there, big ass bitch,
I wanna know.
you just like, I wanna know what turns you on. Yo, you're singing that shit in her ear.
No, man.
I am. I'm trying to go home. I'm trying to fucking have some fun after this shit.
Trying to go home. Trying to take it home.
I'm trying to take it all the way home. I ain't trying to half-ass on that shit.
No, look, I feel you. But like,
And then who else? That's the thing about R&B.
see, with the male, like I said, with male ones, it's hard for me to come up with their names unless it's groups. Like 112 has those records, you know. 112 has those records.
Albert DeVoe.
See, I don't even. So like you could go that route with it with fucking.
Because when they were New Edition, yo, I'm old. New Edition with fucking.
I watched those old videos, man, and I'm like,
Candy Girl.
Bobby Brown was always an ugly motherfucker. No disrespect.
No disrespect, but you ugly motherfucker.
I'm not saying I'm cute. I'm just saying
that's some fucking shit to say. But
it now you got to slow it down
before I lose control. I don't want to take that high note on that shit. That's a high note. But the way that music made you feel,
I'm like all of my homies. Like when I watch that video, I'm like all of my homies could be telling me that shit because there's Ronnie, he's the one, and he's talking to all these other dudes, and they're telling him to cool it, and he's like, nah, man, I love this girl, blah blah blah. That's great. I wouldn't listen to anything Bobby had to say. I think, but like Bobby, back up.
Bobby was still Bobby back then.
It's like you're lucky you even have this girl coming up to you and talking to you right now at the end of the video. Like you best relax.
Yo, but you can't say that about Bobby because
there was girls. I want. I just said
it. There were girls dying for fucking Bobby's attention. Look at how many kids Bobby's got. Bobby's got a lot of kids.
See, but this is later. I'm talking about Bobby Brown in that video.
You gotta think about how many girls they were getting at that point in time.
Oh, I can imagine.
It was a different kind of time where it's like they were like the Black Beatles.
I'm 13 years old, 14
you know
years
what I mean?
old, and I'm dicking down as much as I possibly can. Not having any fucks to give because it's the 80s and AIDS ain't really a thing yet.
Things are alright.
Oh shit, that's hilarious.
You sit
and there. It's facts.
No, you sit back and you relax, and it's what it is.
Fuck.
But I think about where R&B is now, and you have, it's different. It's a different kind of sound. It's a different kind of inflection.
There's not many artists, man. There's nothing that speaks anything to me.
That's not true, because when you talk about Ella Mai, you talk about her, you talk about Erica Behringer, you talk about
Khalid Kid, he's alright.
How many other people can I really say?
I can't think of any people.
There's just a lot of people that they just have this new sound. Oh, we're 6 Black. You know what I mean?
I'll have to sit down and listen to some of that shit.
Who else?
Maybe I am getting, oh my god, I'm saying it old. But like, I'm just like, I don't like I don't pay attention to any of this new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I hear something or somebody will tell me something or send me something and then I'll be like, okay, that's cool. But most of it is hip hop oriented.
Yeah.
And with hip hop, I'm just waiting for us to get back to this bars era because like where we're at now is
I think people got bars for sure. It's just one of those things where we just have, it's so saturated of MCs from SoundCloud and YouTube. There's just too many different genres to go through.
Oversaturation has nothing to do with what's the most popular thing in hip hop. And for some reason,
100%. How could you not say that? Like,
okay, maybe. Okay, I can give you that. I can give you that.
You have so many different artists. If you go on WorldStar, there's so many artists that I don't really. It's not my sound. It's not where I'm from. It's not. It doesn't.
Can you even name 5 of these guys and say that like you could fucking name 5 like even 2 records from each of them?
Who exactly?
Anybody who's hot. Like a new rapper. A rapper that's come out in the last 3 to 5 years.
You know what? A lot of people are sleeping on Mick Jansen. Mick Jansen is crazy.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
I'm telling you, when you hear his music, it's just like you guys were talking about this dude named Ransom. There's just so
Ransom's
many.
dope.
There's
What
so
the fuck you talking
many.
about? That's some old school shit.
I've never heard of him. Never heard of him.
He's just talking shit, Ransom. Don't worry about it, man. Don't.
I don't know who you are, man. Don't be mad at me.
Right.
So I'm not trying to
See,
diss
me not
nobody
knowing
on
who
that.
this new kid is makes sense because he's a new kid, so I'm not looking for.
Nah, but he's been around for like 5 years.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean?
To me,
it's kind of like
in my head, J. Cole's only been around for 5 years, and like in reality,
Uh-huh.
this nigga's been around. Like he's a year older than me, so he's been around for like almost like 10. Like since I was
Almost.
like 21
Almost.
or 22, some shit like that. Like that's how.
yeah,
long
but
this
imagine
kid's
his
been around.
growth. Like when he came out, a lot of people were saying he's the next Jay, but really and
Jay,
truthfully,
Nas.
a lot of people were saying that he was the next Jay and Nas. But to me, I don't see that, nor do I believe that.
Nas.
Is he talented? I don't want to see another artist like Nas. You know what I mean? Like it's the thing
That doesn't
of
make sense. You always want to see the evolution of something that you saw. in the
I want to
first
see
place.
evolution. Evolution doesn't mean that.
Here's something you can say. You can say that I don't ever want to see another Biggie Smalls, and I could get that because for the time and for what happened and how quickly it went down.
No, but they tried. Like they tried Gorilla Black. Gorilla Black had a very big kind of sound,
Come
but
on.
that's the reason why he
He's
kind of
from the
faded out.
West.
He faded out. He faded out because they try to market his sound because he does sound like Biggie, but his flows and the things that he's talking
He's from the
about.
West. He don't flow like that. It doesn't even make sense.
So you know what I mean? Like so when somebody says to me like to have Cole be the next Nas, I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing like in the influence of what he's doing is completely different. You know what I mean? His influence is definitely hard and it's coming out there now, way more apparent than earlier years. But he was, popular music.
Okay, so let's not skip over it because I want to hit this side of things. So like when you talk about the female R&B, bro, there's like so much shit.
Yeah.
So much shit. And I don't care what anybody says. I grew up I was like 3-1 when it came to women in my family opposed to men.
Mm.
Like when we were coming up and we were under, like 10, we'll say around 10, 11 years old, like there was points and times in the house where it was at least 2-1, 4 girls to 2 boys at any given time.
Well, when you look at like Brandy and Maya,
I'm not even going that route because they were like new when I was young, and like to me, I was like, I fuck with
the
it
minute
because
I
it's
say
like
something about Mariah, you could be like, yo, I was all gushy over that shit.
Nah, I'm not even gonna like because Mariah's Mariah now, so it is what it is. But like,
Because look at like Anne Marie. Anne Marie when she came out,
Anne Marie is hot.
yo, she was until now.
Yep.
Why can't we? Why can't? Oh my God,
The sound was so good.
That
It's
was
so
the
dope.
best summer
They were
track.
anthems. They're anthems.
You know what
That's
I
why I
mean?
fuck with her records.
Who else? Who else am I
Thank you.
missing?
You just put me back on Anne Marie. I have to put that on my Apple Music.
Who else am I missing? The one that did the song with Fabulous.
Are you talking about Lil Mo?
No, not you. Can't put Little Mo in that situation.
That's
She's
so good.
not.
That's
She's
so
not
good.
R&B.
It's so funny.
No.
You're saying she's more like gospel like?
No. Little Mo was all about being the female Little Kim, and she'll never be Little Kim. It's just not gonna happen. Little Mo is Little Mo. But there's so many, like Tweet. Tweet
I
was
never really fucked with Tweet.
yo.
That song pissed me off.
I wanted Little Tweet. I wanted Tweet so bad because she was so beautiful. And then you had like SWV.
Okay.
You know,
hold up, because you're switching. Because like Tweet is like here in like 1999, 2000, somewhere in there.
Right.
Like yeah, I think it's like more 2000s, like 2001. 2001 is probably the year. Tweet is like there, and like SWV is like 1992, like 91, and like bro. Okay, so when you talk about that shit, SWV, Escape,
Yep.
fucking, there's Allure, Black. all of the groups
Whoa.
from back then, from Black
Whoa, I
Men,
almost forgot about that shit.
like the man, I could go on for Jade, and even when you get into like solo artists like Mary J. Blige, you got Mariah, you got Monica, you got Brandy, you got Maya, you got fucking Tamia, you got fucking Faith Evans.
Tamia, that's what it was. Tamia and
It's why
Fab.
it's why look, he took that track from her. It was her record initially. It's on her
He
first
made it
album.
better. He made it better.
Relax.
He made it better.
Just relax.
He made it better.
You're offending me
How am I offending you?
because like to me is like my favorite R&B artist. Like
Let me tell you
It's up
something.
there.
And even she would sit there because she was so grateful for him to join that song.
well, it put her like. I'm not gonna say put her back on because I think everybody has their niche audience, no matter what the hell is going on. You know what I mean? Like some people don't have as much exposure as other people as the years go on, and you still have people that'll come out to your shows and pay to see you. Like I wanted to go to her show when she came out here, I just didn't have the money. And who the fuck are you gonna bring to a show? Like I said, you can't ask girls from this time to go to an
Sure you
R&B
can.
show unless they're asking you
No,
first.
no.